it's time for the video of the day. I'm your host, Greg. Welcome. I'm going to get the camera to stop bobbing around here. I want to start out the video today talking about something that I put on the video of the day page on Facebook. I'd like to do an entire episode of jokes. Not my jokes. Your jokes. You send me your jokes on a private message. If you wanna just post them in the comments, you can. But to those who might see the comments, it wouldn't be funny anymore because they've already seen it. So send me your jokes. They can be off color. They can be dirty jokes. They can be clean jokes. They can be kids jokes like why do elephants have big nostrils? Or why do gorillas have such big nostrils? They got big fingers. Come on. So it can be something as simple and as silly as that. It can be a kid's joke. It can be a clean joke. It can be whatever kind of joke you want. Send it to me either in a private message or however you can get it to me. And what I'll do is I'll compile them all up and I'll put them together for an episode of the video of the day. I will not say who sent what joke unless you tell me, hey, tell everybody that I sent you this one. I've had one response so far. And it's been up there for almost a week. And I've had one response so far. So, but as you can tell by the title of today's video, rules. You know, when we were children, our parents made up rules for us to follow. And they were inconvenient at times. But they weren't set to inconvenience us. They were set in order to keep us safe. Okay? One moment. I decided to shut my truck off. You could tell the truck was shaking because now the camera was. Okay. Like I said, the rules were made not to inconvenience us, but to keep us safe. They were an inconvenience to us as kids. I know that, there were rules that your parents had. You just like, I don't know why you have this rule, They were to keep you safe. When you went to school, there were certain rules that they had. And these rules were to keep you as a student safe. Okay? Some of them were to keep everyone safe. Some of them were to, keep from people doing things they weren't supposed to be doing. Okay? No smoking in the school. You either had to go outside or go to the boys' room, right? Or the girls' room. Smoke in there. That type of thing. When you got out of school and you went out into the real world, there were rules you had to follow. Okay? The speed limit on the freeway is 70 miles an hour. And if you go faster than that, what's going to happen? Mr. Policeman's going to pull up behind you with his lights going. He's going to give you a ticket. There's a rule they made up here probably about 30 years ago. This thing. Got to wear your seatbelt. Okay? And the reason for making that rule was to keep you safe. Because apparently the seatbelt is supposed to hold you to the seat so you don't go flying out of the seat when you're in an accident. Problem is, if you roll, that can also trap you in the vehicle. But what they say is more times than not, it helps keep you from flying out of the vehicle. So there's more of a chance that it's going to help you than hinder you. But it's a rule. Even though it's inconvenient, like I was just talking about, it's inconvenient to us, but it's still a rule. You get into the workplace, there's rules. Okay? There's rules, you have to be to work at 8 o'clock in the morning. And if you show up at 8:15 every morning, then there's going to be consequences. Because the rule says you got to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning. There might be a rule that says, only management and above can use the elevator. all the rest of the employees have to use the stairs. You know, that there might be a rule with that. There might be a rule that says this particular bathroom is only for upper management and nobody else can use that bathroom. This cafeteria, okay, or this section of the cafeteria is for office workers. It's not for the warehouse staff. So the warehouse staff isn't allowed to go in there. And what happens if the warehouse staff goes in there? There should be some kind of reprimand. Okay, first time, hey, you're not allowed in there. Don't go in there again. Now, in some cases, you go into some places and the rules are just for certain people, or so it seems. There are schools where kids can go in, and there's some kids that can do whatever the hell they want, and they don't get any reprimand. There's other kids that step a toe over the line and, you know, next thing they know, they're suspended from school for 3 days. Okay? Workplace is the same way. You know, there's certain people that can do whatever they want. They can go wherever they want. They could go to the executive bathroom and use executive, even though they're not supposed to. They could go to the office part of the cafeteria, even though they're not supposed to. They can go over there anyway. I mean, because the office part of the cafeteria's got better stuff than the regular employees, right? And I just don't think it's fair. Okay? There are people that, you know, the police officer's sitting there and they're clocking people, you know, in a 35 zone, and there comes somebody doing 45 in a 35, but he's letting them go because it's a friend of his. Folks, rules are for everybody. Everybody. And, you know, the deal with the cafeteria, you know, where they got, you know, the warehouse employees cafeteria and they got the office people cafeteria. Just because somebody that works in the warehouse has been with the company longer than anybody in the office, that doesn't mean that they have the privilege of going into the office part of the cafeteria. Because the rules say if you work in the warehouse, you've got to use the warehouse cafeteria. Rules are for everyone. Okay? Just because Joe is a friend of yours, that doesn't mean that he can go as fast as he wants up and down the road. The rules are for everybody. And I've been in a lot of situations lately, personally, where the rules are only being followed by certain people. And nothing's being done about it. And this has got to be annoying. I don't know why this is bouncing like this. But it's like every time I look at the... Now it's really bouncing. Okay? But as I was saying, rules are for everybody. Okay? So, you know, everybody needs to follow the rules or else nobody follows the rules. Okay? If one person gets the privilege, then everybody gets the privilege. Okay, so if one warehouse guy can go and use the office cafeteria, then all of the office guys can go use the office people's cafeteria. Okay? If they don't want all the warehouse guys in the office cafeteria, then nobody goes in the office cafeteria. If one person can speed and do 45 and a 35 down the street, then everybody can speed. Okay? Or else nobody can speed. Okay? Rules are there. And I know I've heard the thing, well, rules were made to be broken. Okay? Rules are there to keep everyone safe. Okay? To keep either physically safe, maybe to keep your personal information safe, maybe to keep your lunch safe in the form of the cafeteria, because the guys from the warehouse will come into the office cafeteria and steal your lunch out of the refrigerator. You know, folks, rules are there for a reason. Okay? They should be followed. That's all there is to it. And I've said my piece. I've talked long enough. All right. Remember, let me know about your jokes. Send me your jokes. I'll compile them. I'll do an episode that's all jokes. All right. We're also coming up, rolling it. We only got a couple more months left in this year, and we're going to be doing our 2018 year in review. If there's something that you would like me to touch on in the 2018 year in review that I should remind our viewing audience about that was important in 2018, please give me an instant message. Let me know somehow, some way. All right. So I'm going to get this put together and get this put on for you. And I'll follow the rules doing it. And until next time, I'm sorry, I'm thinking of the Bob Barker one from the last video. Have your pet spayed or neutered. Goodbye, everybody. So until next time, this is your host of the video of the day, Greg the Crazy Trucker, out here on the road creating havoc, reminding you to like, comment, share, tell everybody that I'm out here. Until next time, see ya!